Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Week 12 review, Week 13 preview. As always, I'm joined by Joel Gibson. Joel Gibson, say hi to everyone.
Hey there, how's it going, folks?
Excellent. Well, it literally came down to the wire tonight, and I know Doug was begging for a league manager's note tonight, so we're going to give it to him. I'm the commish, the champ. Don't worry, the trophy's still right here. It stays very close to me during the week. With that being said, we're going to hop right into it. It is 12:33 on a Sunday night, and we all got to work in the morning. So I know Joel wants to get through this as quickly as possible. We're going to give it a shot. Joel Gibson, hang on.
Boys.
All right, first matchup is me versus Steven. Nothing really to see here. I took care of business. I kind of knew I would. I moved to 11-1, Steven to 2-10, and I clinch at least a 3 seed, Joel Gibson. Does that sound great to you or what?
Sounds interesting. You also have now maybe the two most interesting rookie prospects for the rest of the year. So, still some upside left on your team, unfortunately.
I know, and did you see Edwards put up 42, beat Cat? Cat had a 41 game, and Edwards is like, hey, wait a minute, 42 on this bitch.
Crazy. I hope it don't work out for you.
Yeah, you said that already. Next matchup is your matchup. A very close matchup with you and Simmons. No DDs from Simmons today. He was talking a little bit on the messenger how you got lucky, Joel Gibson. What happened?
Win is a win is a win. My team is starting to get healthy. He was down in Embiid. That was huge. But I got my secret weapon. I got me some Moses Brown. And
you kind of glitched out. You kind of glitched out there at the end of Moses Brown. So continue from there.
Brown is going to be my Moses Malone for the rest of the year. So y'all fuckers are in trouble.
I was just going to say you were texting me about Moses Malone today, so I thought that really funny. You moved to 8-4. Hey, very respectable record, 66%. Simmons moves to 7-5, so huge there. You gain the win over Simmons. I'm not sure. Did Simmons beat you first time, or did you beat Simmons? Do you remember?
I believe he beat me first time.
Excellent. So tiebreaker there. It's going to come down to conference between the two of you. If it's tied. Now, so this win was huge for you. Next matchup was Neiman taking care of business, clinching up at least a 3 seed. I thought Eric was going to have him. He kind of sat Capella yesterday. I wasn't sure about that. But in the end, it didn't really matter one way or the other. Neiman took care of business. The biggest news out of this matchup is definitely that LeBron is out indefinitely. We don't know what's going on with LeBron, and that's going to be a huge hit to Neiman if he's out LeBron, for sure.
I mean, it's not often that you hear the words LeBron out, and it's going to hurt Neiman towards the end of the season. Even when LeBron comes back, maybe they're a little bit more cautious with him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is kind of the scare that Neiman didn't want, for sure. Next matchup is going to be Adam squeaking out a win against Matt Hobert. All week, Matt was toting about how he was going to cycle and spend all of his money. I didn't see any cycling from Matt Hobert this week. He might have added once or twice. Matt could have had this matchup. It's unfortunate that Adam lost LaMelo Ball for the rest of the year. Fractured right hand. That is very unfortunate. That's a huge part of Adam's team that kind of takes a hit. And quite honestly, I'm a little less scared of Adam at this point.
John Wall are just, kind of mystery boxes. Lonzo has come on pretty nice, but I'm just a little less scared of Adam. he barely pulled it out over Matt, who is kind of a shell of a team at this point.
Right. And either way, shout out to Adam for going for it this year. There's no doubt he's been competing all year. You hate to see an injury like this that kind of takes his really a championship run away, I think. And that's no discredit to Adam whatsoever. It's just, it's tough, these top few teams heading into the playoffs for sure. So you hate to see it for Adam, but kudos to him for going for it for this year. Next matchup is Cody losing to Doug. Tough playing Luka today. I understand like why you would, but at the same time, if you're up that many free throws, I might have thought about sitting Luka just to be safe. Honestly, Luka played late. Like, he had plenty of warning to be able to sit him. A mistake there from Cody, if I'm honest.
Had a monster line. 8 threes, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 37 points.
It's so tough to be like, yeah, go ahead and sit that, no problem. Shout out to Cody, who didn't cycle this week again. He has been having some weeks where he could go after teams, and I respect him not adding just like he said he would, or wouldn't, for the lack of a better term. Oh, geez, I missed a ton of weeks this week. So Eric moves to 5-7. Neiman moves to 11-1. Adam moves to 8-4. Matt moves to 4-8. Cody moves to 4-8, and Doug moves to 8-4. So you'll find out where you're going to be in your rankings, and I'll also reflect the record. I've had a glass of wine or two tonight, so just as a heads up, I'm blaming that on the wine. Okay. Next matchup is CJ beating Kyle. Absolutely the worst case scenario for Steven, who has the CJ number 1 pick. We were talking about what a big week this was for Steven, and the absolute worst thing happened for him. CJ wins, moving him to 2-10, and Kyle is also 2-10, and Steven is 2-10. Yeah, they're the bottoms. They've been eliminated from playoff contention. Better luck next year, fellas. For sure, 100% they are eliminated now. Yeah, bummer for all three of you. And like I said, that is the worst thing for Steven that could have possibly happened, because CJ moves up to the number 10 spot instead of 12 with that. It is rough. That being said, my rankings are pretty similar. Modest at 1 at 11-1. Neiman at 2 at 11-1. Shout out to Neiman. He and I have clinched at least 3 seeds for the last 2 weeks. Next, we've got Adam at number 3. He hops the whole way back up because of his tiebreakers, twice over Doug, who I have next. Doug is actually at number 4. He's been putting up solid numbers. A scare from Cody this week, which is kind of interesting for me. The next one is Joel. Joel at number 5 has been staying right around there. I think 4 to 6 has really been Joel's area so far this year. Simmons, obviously, Joel beat Simmons this week, and has one more win than Simmons. That's pretty key here. That's your top 6. 7 is Eric at 5-7. And that 8 spot is still very close. Matt and Cody at 4-8. Matt does have the tiebreaker over Cody. And I believe that they play this week as well. So you want to talk about big. There could be a playoff spot on the line this week. Super excited for that matchup. And as I said, CJ, Kyle, and Steven rounding out those bottom 3. All 3 have been eliminated. It is down to Matt and Cody who's going to take that 8 spot and who is going to be left out of those playoffs.
I can't believe it's going to be the second to last week of the season.
It seems like it's happening so quick. Like, I haven't had this trophy for a very long time at all. And we're now talking about the first matchup of next week we'll talk about right now. Me at Neiman. Neiman does not have LeBron, and we are talking about me clinching the number 1 seed this week. 2 weeks to go. If I beat Neiman, it's all over but the crying. Number 1 seed this year. Neiman doesn't have LeBron, and I'm just ready to cycle in 3 spots. I'm picking me hard, your number 1 seed this year. Double buzzsaw, 2 championships, Mr. Modest, a.k.a. the commish.
Like you in this instance, no LeBron just makes it tough. Also, I think you're just willing to drop guys that Neiman's not willing to drop.
Yep. I 100% agree with that. Good luck to you, Neiman. I'm not taking anything away from you. It was a very close matchup, week 3 or week 4 against you, where I just eked it out. I think it was a 6-5 victory or maybe a 6-4-1, but it was very close. I just don't think with LeBron you're going to be able to hang with what I'm throwing out. Murray already rested today. We're ready to go. It's no problem. Next one is the most interesting match in the East, in my opinion. Doug at Joel Gibson. Joel, if you could beat Doug here, he beat you earlier this season to tie it up and have a win over him with 1 week to go. Put you as a front runner for that number 2 seed. If you miss, you're talking maybe a 5 seed. What do you got to say?
It's a pretty huge matchup. From what I can recall, Doug's team is pretty healthy. My team is rounding into form. Mitchell Robinson even played a game today. And there's rumor that DeAndre Hunter is going to be back real soon. And if I recall, he was on Doug's team earlier. It'd be really nice if the ghost of players past came back to haunt him.
That would be interesting. I think I'm going to take Joel at home here. For me, it's just a little bit more that you're the home team, and I think that you're going to be able to target that one category. For me, you and Doug each have like those 3 to 4 categories that I think you're going to win, and it's who's going to be able to get those extra categories. So with you being home, I think I'm going to take you at home here.
As well.
I am shocked. The next matchup is another top 4 matchup in the East there. Adam at Simmons. Simmons coming off a hard loss here. Adam just squeaking out a win against Matt. So big for Adam. I believe that Simmons did beat Adam earlier this season. So if Adam can not only beat him, but also gain another win on him, Adam looks like a really strong East competitor for that 2 seed. It might be you and Adam there that last week that we're looking at, and it may even come down to actual division record. So everybody keep in mind, if there's a tie record, the next one is division total record. So no matter what ESPN says, it's in our rule book. It is first head-to-head record, then division record, total division record. It's why we play our total division twice every year. Everybody keep that in mind. It's definitely going to be division. Man, Adam without LaMelo, I think Simmons is going to pull this one out, and that is going to cause a very big shift in the East over there.
To agree, I think I'm going to pick Simmons, but I think it's kind of funny that Karis LeVert has been out like all season, and now Karis LeVert is playing and LaMelo is out, and that trade might be the difference in this matchup.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. we all kind of were interested when Simmons made that trade for LaMelo. We were like, oh, okay, well, I don't understand. But I believe LeVert is on Kyle's team, isn't he?
I thought the trade was LeVert for
I
LaMelo
think Simmons
and
dropped LeVert.
Oh, did he?
And I think
Okay.
Kyle picked up LeVert. So it's
think you're right.
it's really interesting because now Ball is out. That whole trade kind of went amok there. That's for sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna take Adam at home here. Are you also or Simmons at home here? Are you doing the same? All right, and then the next matchup, the battle for the 8 seed, Matt Hobert at Cody. Matt already has the win. If Cody wants to take this to tiebreakers in the East, Matt has the opportunity to cycle out here. Cody says he's not going to cycle. Matt was yelling about how much he was going to cycle last week. We didn't see it. Are we going to see cycling from Matt here, Joel Gibson?
Gonna wager no.
If you're going to wager no cycling, I'm picking Cody at home then.
Me too.
You're going to pick Cody at home as well?
Yeah.
Yep, without cycling, without people paying attention. Matt's too busy getting drunk on golf courses. I have so many Snapchats from him golfing. It's ridiculous, man. He's on a golf course every other day, living the high life up there. Next matchup is kind of a boring one. CJ at Eric. I think Eric's going to win pretty handedly, knocking CJ down a peg after he just won this matchup. Tough loss for Eric. I really thought he could pull it out against Neiman.
I'm going to pick Eric as well. I don't hate his team.
Well said. Well said.
It's as nice as it's going to get.
All right, the last matchup is Kyle at Steven. I played Steven this week. He's not setting his lineups, and at least Kyle will set his lineups. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Kyle here. Yeah, very boring matchup. 2-2-10 teams. Yawn.
Absolutely nothing at stake. So I'm going to also pick Kyle.
Excellent. Wow, 2 weeks left, everyone. This is absolutely insane. The NBA deadline is March 25th. Getting very nervous about Drummond over here. I'm having a panic attack. Can somebody please tell me that he's going to Toronto so I can then cry in ecstasy? That's where I want him to go. I want him to sign in Toronto. Anything else from you, Joel? Anything you're watching in the NBA? Anything sticking out to you?
Hoping that Drummond gets bought out and goes to Barcelona.
Barcelona. I'm telling you, if I add him, his rebounds, and double-doubles to my lines, these lines are nuts that I'm putting up right now. Just keep that in mind, and remember when I'm beating Neiman away this week, how impressive my team is. My first draft pick this year, Joel Gibson, 74. 74. Okay, everybody needs to remember that, and everybody needs to understand, no matter where you are in that draft, you can make a team. You just got to use your head a little bit.
I'll find out next year, that's for damn sure, because I'm all in this year.
All right, well, we'll see everybody next week where our 1 seed will be assured, I feel like. And the 2 seed is going to be far more clear next week. Good luck to you, Joel. Good luck to everybody this week. What a week of fantasy basketball this week. I can't tell you how excited I was watching this week's matchups. Everybody very close. I love this kind of atmosphere that we've got going on, for sure. All right. Good luck, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Later.